And we should be back. Give it a minute. Here, and then... And then over here. And then... OBS says I'm back. Sorry about that. I realized turning off my VPN midstream, while it did make everything work better, was going to make me crunch. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we're back? I can't really tell. Okay, maybe we're back. It says live unstable. Poor network connection detected. I think I'm back? Yeah, I think so too. According to my OBS, I'm back. Let's see. Everything's a little screwy over here on my end. I love when this happens mid-stream. There we go. My ad is about to start, actually. And so I actually want to say this is a great time to run ads while I figure this out. And so let me get my ad tab open and just run one. Sorry, everybody. Technical difficulties, but I think if I just run the ad, we won't have any more for a while, and it'll give me time to put everything like I want it. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and run one, and we'll sit tight. I'll put the "we're returning soon" screen back on. Let me see. Here, right there, and then I'm just going to run that. Oh, okay, it's just straight up not letting me. Why does nothing work the way that it says that it will anymore? Can I just, like, say that, gamers? Yeah, I know. Running the 2-minute 30 seconds manually will remove the upcoming auto ad. I know. Well. Okay. Save. Okay. Okay. We are back. Thank you so much for your patience. There is going to be an ad in 1 minute and 33 seconds. And so when that happens, if y'all are subscribed, I'm just going to go back to the see you later screen. If you're not subscribed, you will see ads. But in that 1 minute and 30 seconds, let's see what we can accomplish. Kimari's here because, well, 2 reasons. One, I want him to learn Thrust Kick. Perfect. I want you to go twice. I want him to learn Thrust Kick. This is one of the places he can learn that. Lance it. Boom. And I also want him to protect us from the fire. Although, one of the ways he can really do that is this, as we learned last time. Because this works on those 2 human guys. Nice. Okay. Wow! That's right, I forgot. It lowers your HP to 1. It does have slow on it, though, so we have lots of opportunities to hit it. And it is going to thrust kick one of us as a response. Do I have Fyra with Kimari? I have regular fire. I have Watera. Let's try that. And then go for that again. Okay, well now it says ad starts in 9 minutes. There is no way to avoid the final thrust kick. No, Barnabas. The way it works in the OG game, if anyone's curious, is that, the way it works in the OG game is that if you leave it as the last one standing, it's just going to repeatedly thrust kick you, and basically kick you all out. In the mod, it's the reverse. So, the thrust kick is actually going to be the last thing that it does. And so, if only one of you is alive, you automatically die as a result. And so, that's kind of unfortunate. But no, there's no way to avoid this thrust kick. And so because we know that, we just want to make sure. So someone's gonna get booted. I don't know if it's the last person that hit him. It usually is. Yep. So, but there we go. Then he dies. And so there's no way to avoid that. But we're going to want to defeat him last, which is counterintuitive to how we beat him normally in the normal game. We want to beat him last because the last thing he's going to do is thrust kick. So, otherwise, if you beat him early in the fight, he'll then thrust kick, and now you have 2 members to do the rest of the fight with. So it's pretty clever there. Okay, doing good. Hornbird's running low on MP. We're gonna give him some, because I don't want to waste turns in battle doing that. And let's keep going. Okay. Easy peasy. We're gonna do exactly what we did the first time, because this is the same batch. So we're going to haste Lulu, so that she goes. We're gonna have her focus, so that her magic is stronger. We're gonna have Kimahri Null Blaze, so that we do not get hit by the flamethrower. And we're going to start attacking this guy. By the way, everybody, please let me know if the music is too loud. I will lower it. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Hornbird did get hit, which is nice. Perfect. Thank you, Barnabas. Much to my chagrin, sometimes the live experience doesn't match what the VODs end up being like, and that's kind of frustrating. But thank you. This is more important than anything else. Lulu's not gonna get to go, but I'd rather her be alive. Hornbird, attack! Woo! Damn it! That's fine. And Lulu's got her overdrive now, which is huge. Yep, it literally just restarted my stream. Thank you, sylleblossom. I'm scared now. Because I could just Cornbird attack. And that will help, but then if Cornbird gets hit, he's just gonna start using Execute. Does haste get rid of sleep? I don't think so. Not meaningful. We have to think carefully, gamers. Because this, unfortunately, this only cures, Poison, Silence, Petrification. It doesn't do a damn thing about sleep. Let me think hard. See, if I wake up Lulu, she's gonna be able to do her overdrive next time, right? But I think waking up Lulu is probably my best bet. Except right now, Cornbird is slow, so I'm actually going to do it with Riku, who's very, very fast. Yep. Perfect. Not perfect, because now you're just going to start using Execute. You know, Barnabas, sometimes I feel like I'm not smart enough either. Let's see. We're gonna give this one another shot. Alright. Who knew that the real challenge of this would not be Evray? It would be the fucking wedding crash. You know, leave it to Carifian. Alright. Okay. Now that my stream is up and running, it says I have an excellent connection. There is an ad in about 4 minutes now. So if that happens in the middle of our assault, like I said, I'm just gonna leave it, put it on the see you soon screen until the ads are done, and then we'll come back. Crashing weddings is not easy. That's right. I wore one of my nicer shirts today. I also just really like this one. Because we were crashing weddings. As I said at the top of the stream, my Scylla points now have icons, thanks to Fruitoon. I want to get icons on each of my redemptions, but it's going to take a minute. Like I said earlier, I do have a full-time job. I'm not, you know, in huge need of the additional income. Because of that, I'm slowly setting up my affiliate features, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. Full-time job and health insurance, which in the US is a pretty sexy thing to have. And it's shockingly not a thing that everybody just has. Let's see. But if we get into politics, we'll be here all day. As for the... Oh. Alright, Allie. What question is it? You know, I should make this one require a text box. What is it that you want me to answer? Also, it does not seem the audio cue works, so I am gonna have to call an ingredient on that one. But... what question would you like me to answer about myself? Within reason. I can veto it. That's alright. I should make this be one of the ones that requires a text box. Oh, yeah? Oh, what part of Reconnect am I most looking forward to? To be honest with you, the rave. I am... No, the sound clip is supposed to be Lulu saying, "Let me break the ice." They're all FFX related sound clips. And I, like, dug in the game's not the game's archives, but somebody uploaded, like, literally all of the battle sound clips, but they didn't name any of them, and so I had to, like, comb through them just to see, like, what was what, and I finally found everything that I wanted, and I thought I had the alerts set up correctly, but I don't think that I do. So I'll have to call in the big guns on this one, because Greedy knows that absolutely everything works. The part I'm most looking forward to is the rave, to be honest. I love dancing. I've got a spectacular outfit for it. Y'all have already seen that really cool top with the metal clasps that I have on it on stream, so I'm gonna wear that. I'm gonna wear lots of really cool makeup. But I'm also really looking forward to the MDAs. As y'all know, my partner has been nominated, which means I get to sit up front with all of the other awardees, including our own Allie, which is going to be tons of fun. Yes. Literally, yes, Barnabas. It's going to be a dance rave to Kingdom Hearts music. It's going to be on the first night of Reconnect. I'm very, very excited about it just because I love dancing so much. So I'm looking forward to that a lot. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody, some people again, and some people for the first time. And it's going to be so much fun. Like I've said before, I have family that lives in the area, so we're actually leaving on Tuesday. But I will see everybody on Friday, which is a week from yesterday. It's coming up. I think I just got absurdly lucky the first time by Lulu not getting hit. But we will take what we can get. Not bad. It's true. We are Zexy a number of days away. Right, let him have it, Lulu. Nice. Uh-huh. I didn't want that. And for those of you subscribed, we are stopping here because the ad just started. I will see y'all in a minute. Let's do... Right. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Let's keep rolling. Now, this one's kind of tricky because I would love Kimari to go because of I'd love Kimari to go because of the Null Blaze. However, the temptation of having one of those guys dead. Oh, I don't get any ads. Unfortunately, I don't get any. It just tells me in the corner when they are running. So I genuinely have no idea, Barnabas. But it just tells me up in the corner. Yeah, you didn't get one because you're subscribed. But if anybody's here who isn't subscribed, I didn't want them to miss any of the moves that got me to victory. Ideally. Okay. And then here we go. I know he's gonna get us. Yep. Ah! Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Why are these guys so hard? Okay. Really didn't want that. You know what? I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna say fuck it. Ah! Let's go, forward Bert. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Fuck! Wow, okay. Okay, okay. We've got to reevaluate our strategy here. This is clearly not working. The definition of insanity, folks. Okay, we have to think about what we have available to us. I have Sleep Buster, so as long as they aren't themselves immune to sleep, might not be the worst idea. It might not be the worst idea. If they themselves are not immune to sleep, it's not the worst idea. Another thing I can do is just have Lulu cast poison on all of her turns. That's a thought, because then anytime they act, they are getting poisoned. I do not know why I can't skip this one, by the way. I could not tell you. Like, normally the pre-rendered cutscenes you can skip on the Steam version, so it's really odd that this one appears to be an exception. Okay. I really hate how Seaboard looks there. I'm not spending the whole stream here, gamers, alright? We are up in our game. We are looking at the tools we have available to us. First of all. Second of all. Okay. I do hate to use Waka, I really, really do, gamers, but we do have Sleep Buster with him, and that might be the key to our success. Because enemies don't wake up if you use magic on them. Did you know? That's just a little fun fact for you. You are only woken from sleep by physical attacks, which is why if anybody puts us to sleep here, we're fucked. Because they don't do physical attacks. And we don't have anything that's sleep-proof, and even if we did, because Cornbird has it, it'll just cause a different status ailment. So we really do have to work around it. Okay. Just for right now. Okay. We're still going with our starter formation, but I'll pull Waka in pretty quick, is my thinking.
Stay right there, Seymour.
And I'm gonna see if they're immune to Sleep Buster. Because if they aren't, that's really good news for us.
Good night.
Good! Okay. Okay, this feels like huge knowledge. Do wonder, if Cornbird goes again, can you make the other guy go? Or can you make Waka go again? Not in a way that matters. Okay. So what I'm gonna do instead is... maybe? Okay, so Thunder is not gonna wake him up, to my knowledge. Lulu's so dang slow is the problem. She's powerful, but she's slow. This will make her a little faster. And more powerful, so let's do that. I didn't really want that, but it was better than Lulu getting hit. I think between me and Lulu we can get this guy. Okay. Nice. Lose darkness, but it doesn't really matter. The bigger issue is that we're all gonna die on our next turn. Does she still have a chocobo feather? Nope, we're done. Let's see. The best thing I can do right now, I think... Well, no, I need to wake one of them up from sleep, because if I don't, what is going to happen is that Orin is going to get put to sleep, and then he's just going to start doing Execute. Because I've determined that that's the trigger condition for Execute, is multiple people being affected by sleep. So when the entire party's affected by sleep, he then starts using Execute. I'm just figuring out my options here, gamers. Because if I use a Mega Potion, that doesn't actually heal my sleep. Hello, Fruitoon. Welcome in. I also object to this union. I don't want it happening. Sadly, I think it's gonna. Okay, I have a thought. The guy that I don't want to move is this. Now, he's going to kill the other two, but...
Do not move.
Flamethrower guy is just going to kill the other two. But... we might have bought ourselves some time. Never mind. I forgot how slow Orin is. Okay, let's try this. There's only one. That's fine, actually. That's okay. Because now Kimari also has it, and we're just ending this right now. We're stopping the bleeding right now. Here we go. Alright, one down. Because Kimari is immediately going to get that in the next battle anyway. So. That was a little rough. A little rough around the edges, gamers. It wasn't my favorite win, but at this point we're taking all the wins we can get. Okay. We're putting Cornbird up front because of the first strike. I just wish Lulu was faster. That's always the problem. Yep, just like last time. We're gonna have him learn Thrust Kick, which instantly fills the gauge. And then we're going to use Stone Breath again to get rid of the two humans. And all we gotta do is get rid of the kicker. Okay. Let's focus so it takes fewer hits. I'm actually gonna give Cornbird's Overdrive to Lulu, so that we can start off the next round with an Overdrive. Yep. We're not using it. We're gonna use it next time. Should get him. Yep. Best Cake Kamari. Doesn't matter. Okay. Doing great. That's 2. Okay. Lulu's gonna need an ether also. Not yet, actually. We're gonna leave it. Okay, same team. Corbett gets first strike. I wonder if focusing Lulu, like, increases the number of damage her overdrive spells does. And so I'm gonna take the off chance that it does. We're still gonna Null Blaze ourselves. I really want these guys gone more than anything else, and so I'm going to do Thunder, because his damage isn't affected by that. So, still gonna do the Null Blaze, just in case the guy in the middle lives. Okay, nice. And then... we're gonna do Thunder. Alright, gamers. Locked and loaded. Okay. That didn't kill any of them. But it did a heck of a lot of damage, and I will take that. Best outcome, actually. You hit Cornbert twice. Cornbert won't get either of them. Can we haste Lulu, or can we haste ourselves? I'll get rid of the slow. Yeah. This helps a lot, and it also gives Kimari another turn. Go for the crit. Nice! That Luxir paying off. Alright. Get him. Nice! Alright. Go, Kimari! It's not gonna kill, but that's fine. You're trying your best. Get him, Cornbert! Nice! Alright, that's 3. Okay, gamers, let's not get too cocky, though. Let's not get too cocky. We do not need that. Cornbert needs literally any MP. Okay, we got off pretty good that time. Okay, we got off pretty good that time. Alright, let's go. Okay, okay. I can't just autofill Kimari's Overdrive this time, unfortunately. See, now these guys are a problem if we let them attack together. So, let's not. We're gonna do this to protect us from one of them. Because the problem is that we can't protect against both of them at the same time. Let's go, Covert. No crit again, but that's okay. Yep, lower you to 1. We also have to watch out for that. Maybe? If she's focused, does she get to go again? Not before the other flamethrower does. Let's just give it a shot. Go, Lulu. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay, so Cornbird dies if we don't, do this. So we're gonna... Because now the slowed guy is gonna go. And then we're gonna kill him with Cornbird. Excellent. That's fine so far. Okay. Obviously, we're going to Null Blaze again. And here's the kicker. I'm gonna test my theory. I actually don't think that attack does any damage to you if you have 1 HP. We're gonna test that out. I'm gonna do this. Cornbird will kill. Nice. Oh, now we all have 1 HP. Which is fine, because we're about to get thrust kicked anyway. I want you to do more with your MP. Ugh. Wow. Get some damage in with Riku, actually. We need water damage, or fire damage, really. Let's try that. Sure. Let's try that. Sure. Reduce Riku to 1. It's fine. Might kill? Maybe? Not quite. I was way off. Okay. Get some damage in. Cornbird kills. Okay, that's 4. Alright, gamers. Now here's where we got stuck last time, is on the other guys in the back that throw the huge bombs. Alright. We cannot let up now. We cannot be cocky. Okay. In case we have the flamethrowers, we might not. I could just immediately replace Kamari if we don't, but... I know, I'm so scared! Okay. No, none of that, but... as usual. I'm gonna put one of the guys to sleep. I'm gonna replace Kamari with Waka and put one of the guys to sleep. Yep, just like before. And I'm actually gonna focus my attention on the guy in the back, because his bombs do literally so much damage. It's actually not funny. No, not that. Don't get greedy. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put him to bed. So that way he can only tranquilize one of us. And Lulu, we're gonna let her rip in the back. Okay. One more of those and we're fine. I can't get him because he's out of range. So... I'm hoping for the best. Okay. for now, I'm gonna take the sure thing and kill him. Okay. And this is where it gets tough. Do I go for the do I go for the 2 overdrives and hope that that kills? Or do I let them kill both of us? I think between the 2 overdrives they die. I really do. And we're gonna get a better idea of that after this anyway, so I'm gonna pay real close attention. Excellent. I feel like there's no way Lulu's Overdrive does not kill one or both of them. So, actually, because I don't know if we have another fight, I'm gonna kill one of them. Because he cannot hit both of us. Please don't hit Lulu, please don't hit Lulu, please don't hit Lulu, please don't hit Lulu. Excellent. Okay. There's another one. That's 5. That's as far as we've gotten. That's as far as we've gotten, gamers, and I don't know if that's the end or if there's one more. Okay. At this time, I am going to run my 2-minute and 30-second ad so that it stops auto ads for a while. We've got lots of cutscenes coming up. For those of you that are subscribed, you will get to see them. I'm sorry for everyone else. For those of you that are still here, we're enjoying these lovely cutscenes together. This is one of my favorite cutscenes, actually. It's really, really good. But it is long, and I figured this is a good time to let the ads run. You know what we're gonna have to do now, gamers? The goddamn Bevelle Cloister of Trials.
You would play at marriage just for a chance to say your resolve is admirable. All the more fitting to be my lovely.
It is not public. So, Allie, this is a bit confusing. It is not public knowledge that Seymour is dead. The only people who would know are like his closest Guado guardians and like I guess Maester Micah, but because Yuna is attempting to send him right now. That is why she agreed to marry him. He became an unsent, which was hinted at earlier in the game, which is someone who is dead, but their ties to the world prevent them from moving on to the afterlife. What Yuna is trying to do is forcibly send him to the afterlife. By it's called ascending. But she is being prevented from doing that by basically the president of Sphera. And so she agreed to marry Seymour to get close enough to him to send him. But Micah was basically like, hey, I will kill literally all of your friends if you do this. And so Yuna threw down her weapon. And without her staff, the implication is I don't think she can do it without her staff.
You are wise.
Trommel does, yes, because he actively prevented us from sending Seymour back when we killed him. Because we were going to do it right then. And then all the Guado chased us out of the temple. Because Trommel was like, don't fucking send him. This cutscene's also beautiful. I mean, Seymour's a little creep. Considering that he's 28 and Yuna's 17. But... oh, she doesn't want to. She's basically not even reciprocating. Welcome back, everybody. You came in just in time for the gross kiss. And then she goes back on her word anyway. He goes back on his word anyway and has them all lined up to be executed.
I am sorry, but it is for Yevon.
A gris, that is right, Barnabas.
There are exceptions.
Yeah, I don't actually think he's scared. I just think this is an effect of how it is animated, if I had to guess. But I do like the interpretation that he's scared.
Let them go.
Yeah.
Else.
It's kind of hard to tell with this era of video game animation. We don't have a confirmation one way or the other that I know of. And then we're going to get another beautiful pre-rendered cutscene in a second.
Leave now, please.
What I'm wondering, Yuna, is how your dress is staying up. Is it, like,
Go,
glued?
go.
This is foolish. If you fall, you'll die.
Love that she does that, to be honest.
Don't worry. I can fly. Believe.
Another one of my favorite Titus moments. It's part of his bigger plan, Allie. Let's just say he knows the inner workings of Sin, and he knows, for example, that a successful defeat of Sin involves not only the sacrifice of the summoner, but yes, I think it did. Not only the sacrifice of the summoner, but the sacrifice of one of the guardians. Seymour hoped that by marrying Yuna, they would develop a bond that was close enough so that she would use him as that guardian and he would become the next Sin. His ultimate goal is to become Sin and destroy everything on Sphera, out of a misguided plot that he believes that ending all life on Sphera will also end all suffering on Sphera. And yes, this is a lot like Thanos. But that's his major plan. And so he wants Yuna to fall in love with him so that when the time comes... Hold on, I love this. Yeah, Tweedles came in handy, that's right. And then this weird scene that's like zoomed in on the stairs. I have no idea why this is like this.
Let me go! I'm gonna kill that Seymour.
So now the next thing for us to do is go to the Bevelle Cloister of
Join
Trials.
up with her later.
Break through.
There's also the last missable Albed primer here.
Bevelle Palace is temple. Yuna goes to one place only.
Chamber of the Faith.
The Chamber of the Faith.
So, to steal a joke from Pat, we can run down these stairs like Xemnas and 2FM, or we can just walk down them or we can use this Machina here.
Who cares? Yuna's waiting for us.
Can I do polls? Let me see. Yes, I can.
What's a machina doing in the temple?
I suppose it comes in handy.
Kind of.
It's not what I need. The teachings. What about the teachings?
Hey, don't look at me.
Hmm. Open the setup menu to create a poll. Is it because I'm in Stream Manager and I don't actually have my stream open that I can't do it? Frigid's not home yet. So, I'm gonna go down the... Actually, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the previous area. Oh, why did it even have a save point there if it's not gonna let me use it? Okay, so, I'm actually just gonna do this. I'm still learning how to use all of my affiliate features. Bear with me, everybody.
Another machina? Man.
So this is Yevon's true face. They betray their own team.
But there is a save point in here that we will be able to use to hard save, thank God. So we don't have to do any of that again.
They treated us like dirt.
We didn't get any experience from that, but doing that again. I don't know if y'all noticed. That was not fun. But yeah, the last remaining Albed primer is right there on the floor. The last remaining missable one.
To the trials.
Everything else can be gotten later. I did miss a couple of them.
Let's go
While I was save editing my file to correct the Aeons doing way too much damage. While I was save editing that file, I could have given myself the Albed primers I was missing, but I did resist the temptation. We're gonna hard save right here. No more wedding crashing. We're done. Alright. Unfortunately, gamers, we do have to do this, but fortunately for us, we do have ×2, so it should make it a little bit less painful. And I am, in fact, going to, on my phone, pull up a video guide so that I can get all of the treasures in here. Because as y'all know, gamers, as y'all know, that anything that you can get for free in this mod is a godsend. So, you shouldn't be able to hear my video because my phone should be muted, but it should tell me exactly what we need to do and when. That's okay, I let myself fly off the edge because I didn't know where we were going just yet. Okay. I'm gonna set this video on double speed also, or at least times 1.5. Okay, we do want to go down first, so let's do that. Really hate that the ×2 does not actually help us here. We're gonna go all the way down. You got it. Because I want to do this correct the first time. So unfortunately, this is just gonna be what it is. Then we just get this sphere, we put it in the pedestal, and we go right back up. Okay, let's go. Now we got 2 of them. We do need at least 1 Vevelle sphere in here for this to run at all. The only choice is going to be to go all the way back up. I love that shot. Okay, we're gonna go up, and we're gonna go over, so that's our only choice. And then, let me see what our guide says. Okay, we're gonna immediately take a right. Let's see if we can do this, gamers. 2, 1, 2. Okay. I believe we have to take one of the Bevelle spheres that we got, and put it in there. Perfect. Power up the walkway downstairs. Okay. The video's moving a bit faster than I am, so I'm making sure that I... Okay, we're just gonna let ourselves fly off the end, so we can restart. There we go. We did crash the wedding. I'm so happy that we crashed the wedding. Ideally, I would love to make it to Seymour too. That would be a great place to leave off for the next couple of weeks. But I do have 2 boss encounters before then. So I don't know. We'll have to see. He sure would. Okay, now which way are we going? Let me consult my video real quick. We're gonna immediately turn left where we turned right before. Okay. We're gonna take that Bevelle sphere. Put it in our podium. So now we have 2. Okay, and now where are we going with that? I've played this game so many times, and I still do not know off the top of my head how to do this one. So I have no shame at all in asking a guide for help. Okay, we're going downstairs now, and down the hall. Down the hall, and then we're going to land on the very last one, which is so hard to do. Okay. It's clever. It's clever on the surface, but I don't know. I think it's a little more finicky than they really realized. Okay. the last one. Perfect. Now what are we doing here? And we do need one of those Bevelle spheres to power this gate, which is why we have two. Come on, Cornbert. Pick one up. We're gonna power the walkway. Oh, and then do nothing? Are you sure? Yep, we're powering the walkway, and then we're just turning back around. Okay. I can do that. I am trusting this video with my life. We're gonna fly off the edge again. Then we're gonna keep going. And this time we're gonna go on the second one. Ah, I see. I think I know what we're doing. This place is kind of closed off, and, you know, everyone else is following us down here, and so I think Seymour's just like, hey, we're gonna get you. So I guess it doesn't really matter, because we are gonna get captured by Seymour at the end of this anyway. Okay, put the glyph sphere in the pedestal, and then we're gonna go. I think I know what we're doing, but I'm still gonna follow this guide, because I don't trust myself sometimes. That's okay. I think they kind of just assume, yeah, a little bit. This is not a spoiler-friendly stream. But yeah, we're gonna be captured. Because, as obvious as it was to us that Yuna is going to the Chamber of the Faith, it's obvious to everybody else as well. I'm just gonna make sure, I think this is what we're doing. We're gonna put this here. Yep, perfect. We're gonna grab that destruction sphere. We're gonna put it in our pedestal, I think. Yep. And we're gonna put that where we just were. I just wish everything didn't take so long, and I really wish the times 2 actually helped us, and it doesn't, so I'm taking it off. We're gonna go back to the second one. Oh, I did not want to do that! Damn it! Timed it wrong. Now I have to let myself fly off the edge. Or turn around if I get good. Also, sometimes this thing will send you down at the speed of light, and then sometimes you'll, like, crawl. And that's so weird to me. Okay. Sorry for that brief detour. There we go. Now we're gonna go back to where we just were, and we're gonna put that destruction sphere in there. But before we leave, we're gonna grab that second Bevelle sphere. Oh, come on! I was slamming that button. I was slamming that. There we go. I don't know if y'all heard how fast I was pushing that button. Okay, we're gonna put the destruction sphere here. And on our way out, we're gonna grab that second Bevelle sphere. We're gonna put it back in our pedestal, and then we're gonna leave. Is what I think we are doing. I am going to cross-reference that with our guide, because you cannot come back here once you go up. I want to make sure we're doing everything correctly. Because that takes us out of here. But we're gonna go back and get that other Bevelle sphere, aren't we? Yep. Okay, that's what I thought. Because we don't need it anymore. Well, we need it. It doesn't need to be powering this walkway anymore, though. grabbing that second Bevelle sphere. Because this is an unrevisitable Cloister, so it makes it impossible for anima purposes for you to defeat it without using the for you to get past it without using the Destruction Sphere. So we do need to use the Destruction Sphere to get out of here, and for the purposes of anima, that counts. But there is a missable second item in here if you don't have 2 Bevelle spheres with you when you get to the top. So, now we're gonna have 2 Bevelle spheres with us. Just gonna make sure that's what we're doing. Yeah, this should just be the way out, but let me make sure. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Yep. Now we're going to take that first path, which we've never taken before. There we go. And then we're going to go on a little cart ride. Woohoo! All right. I don't know how or why that takes us all the way up here, but it does. And so now, that's our... Ooh, for Yuna! Tetra Ring! Okay, that's different. We're gonna step on this, teleport it up to the top, and we're gonna find out what's over there. Also, before we leave. And then we also have a series of very long cutscenes. Oh, I thought the game was broken for a second. I was getting scared. Alright, let's see what's over there. Oh my god! 99 potions! And you know what? I feel like that's gonna be helpful for customization purposes. Alright. Let's go. Alright, here we go.
Inside, maybe?
None of you thought to check? Legendary line coming up.
Hey! You can stuff your taboos!
I love him so much. And I love that Kamari is the first one to jump in and help. Because Kamari, like, hated us at first, and now we're best friends. Because we only want what's best for Yuna. Hello, Jimmy Neutron. Bahamut's faith is in fact voiced by Debbie Derryberry.
What's that? A faith. They join with the
At least I am 85% sure.
Aeon. Imprisoned in stone by ancient
I do love the little detail that he's so careful not to step on her dress. We need a name, gamers!
Yuna!
We need a name for Bahamut. And Allie's already named one. I think Fruitune has 2, so it might be time for Barnabas to name one. I named one already. That is true. Y'all can just throw out names, and whichever one I like the best wins. See?
There's the last of them.
Bahahaba. I think that's too many characters, but I like it. Norton! I do like Norton.
Fair try. Of course it will.
I like Norton. It's just such an average name. Like Norton Antivirus. Perfect. I named the last one. Yes, I do want to save the current game. Thank you. I'm not doing that shit again. Bevelle imprisoned. That's such a funny auto name.
The High Court of Yevon is now in
Yeah, this is a pretty noteworthy cutscene, and it lays out a lot of what Seymour's plan actually is. So if y'all have questions, you can ask them, but this scene's gonna answer a lot of them.
To those on trial, believe in Yevon and speak only the truth.
Maester Kelk Ronso.
Mm-hmm. He's like the only Ronso that doesn't speak in third person. And it's Corey Burton.
You have sworn to protect the people of Yevon, true?
Yes.
Then consider.
Tweedle's Boingo Norton.
Maester Seymour Guado.
We've got I named Shiva Aloy. And then what is the horse named?
Traitorous and unforgivable crimes that
I can't remember what we named the horse.
Tell this court what possessed you to participate in.
And yes, when we get to the Calmlands, I will try to get Yojimbo. I will.
Your Grace.
Because you actually can get Yojimbo your first time through if you're strong enough.
The real traitor is Maester Seymour. He killed his father Jiskel.
I'm gonna see how tough it is. If it's super tough, I'm gonna abandon ship and try again later. But hadn't you heard?
Not only that, Maester Seymour is already dead.
True.
It is a summoner's sacred duty to
This answers a lot of your questions, Allie.
You know
Not only.
Grand Maester Micah, please send Seymour now.
Send the unsent to where they belong?
Yes.
Yes. Maester?
Send the dead? You would have to send me
Oh.
too.
So now you see why he prevented us from doing that earlier. Yep.
Grand Maester Micah is a wise leader. Even in death, he's infallible.
Because if we had done that earlier, it would have affected him and Seymour. And so that's why he stopped us from doing it.
Rule by the dead is preferable to the misguided failures of the living.
This is literally like the 4
Life
senators.
is but a passing dream, but the death that
You know,
follows
maybe they just thought he was blessed with really good health.
Men die, beasts.
You know, they've been going pretty well, Alpha. We successfully crashed the wedding. And so now we're on trial.
Only the power of death truly.
If you don't want to be sent and you're an unsent, it doesn't actually matter. If someone manages to send you, it overrides.
But what of sin?
But if there's no one left to send you, I don't know what happens at that point.
I'm a summoner, my lord, like my father before me.
That's why you send people when they die, specifically so that this does not happen.
Are you?
Most of them do, yes. But it's kind of like the nobodies in Kingdom Hearts, where how most of them become lesser nobodies, but then some of the exceptionally powerful ones become the nobodies as we know. I think that's a good comparison.
All the people who have opposed sin, their battles, their sacrifices.
So you prevent them from becoming fiends, or from them just from wandering Spira forever, and you would have to be an exceptionally powerful person with like an exceptionally strong drive to live in order for the universe to just allow you to do that.
Sin cannot be truly defeated.
And this is when we learn sin is not truly defeated, at least in the way that we know it. So
Yet the courage of those who
No, 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 no. Unsent is a relatively rare phenomenon. But of course it's going to be more common in these upper echelons, where they're keeping all these secrets.
Never futile, but never ending.
It's unrare enough that people know about it, but not common enough that literally everybody who dies is going to become one.
Yevon is embodied by eternal,
Unchanging continuity summoner.
That can't be right.
Also, one of my favorite Yuna line reads is coming up.
Those who question these
Here we go.
truths
Silence in the audience.
are traitors.
Lord Micah!
Love how she says that. Lord Micah!
Get me out of here! I want out now!
Great job.
You hear me?
You waste your breath.
I do wonder what that says. I bet I could sit down and translate the Spearin script and see what that says. Yes, Allie, exactly like that. So now we're going to be punished for our crimes.
She'll make it.
And in the course of that punishment, we have 2 separate mini bosses, which will probably give us a little bit of experience. And then after that, of course, the big bad is going to be Seymour 2. And so if all goes well, I hope I make it through those 2 others.
Seems to revolve around people dying.
We do have another ad break coming up, but that's fine because we still have a few more minutes of cutscenes.
Summoners challenge the bringer of death, sin, and die doing so. Guardians give their lives to protect their summoner. The faith are the souls of the dead.
Even the Maesters of
Even
Yevon are
the
unsent.
Maesters of Yevon are unsent. Spira is full of
It doesn't, unfortunately, Allie. I would love that.
only to be born, and then only to bring more death.
God, Orin's so cool.
It is a cycle of death, spiraling endlessly.
We will call him 3 more. I accept that.
Your sentence has been
0 out of 10. Nobody got to go. It was like on TV, I guess, and then they like cut the broadcast. Well, Spira does have TV. We've seen it, but not TV like we're thinking. They don't have like sitcoms. They really just have Blitzball. Okay, so that's in reference to a story on Reddit that Fruitin and I read this morning, where this woman was so obsessed with like the Pinterest aesthetic of her wedding that she literally banned people from having water bottles, and at the wedding it was in summer, so it was like 100 degrees, and multiple guests were suffering from like heat exhaustion because of this. And I'm like, I cannot imagine holding an event where it's like, your water bottle clashes with my aesthetic, so you can't have it. That is insane, unhinged, dare I say diabolical behavior.
Ooh, you made it!
Yeah, I know. I was like, they said, think the weddings you see on Pinterest. It was like beige and blush pink and white, and that's it. And I'm like, yeah, no, I can easily picture this right now.
Well, that's a lame way to kill someone.
Where's Uni?
I don't know.
Wonder if we should wait for her.
Let's wait at the exit.
Let's wait at
This
the
exit to this prison. Also, I'm so glad that the people you threw in the water, are like 3 Blitzball players.
How fares the ransom, Maester?
It seems my father's murder troubles him.
Yeah, you were the one who did it.
Ever the ransom. Hard-headed, hardly useful.
That's just racist.
However,
Yeah, that's our punishment. We go in the swimming pool. However, we picked Riku, who is an Albed, and Titus and Waka, who are Blitzball players that can hold their breath for obscene periods of time.
She has disturbed the order of Yevon.
So they literally just threw them in there.
To live
But then for some reason, the people who don't swim went somewhere else? Like, this part of the game's a little weird to me, because if they were smart at all, they would have killed, like, everyone except Yuna. I think they're waiting for us to drown, because there is a boss down there. But other than that, no, I really think they're just waiting for us to drown.
First your father, now your bride.
Something something. I do wonder if, like, they don't have the death penalty in Spira, but, like, why would they care about that? I think they would just kill them anyway.
You do not trust me?
Would you trust a man who murdered his father?
I wouldn't.
Very well. As you wish.
Lady Yuna, forgive me.
Alright. Yuna time! To the condemned. Stone panels are scattered throughout Via Purifico. Step on one to transport yourself to the next panel in the indicated direction. Nothing will happen if there's no panel to receive you at the far end. That's true, Alpha, but that's true. Okay, so now we have Yuna again, and we haven't had her in a while. Because remember, famously, we did not have her for Evrae. So, let's check our Tetra ring. Oh, we're hanging on to that. Now we've got a 3 and a 4 for Yuna, you know? Yuna's doing good. I'm gonna keep her with what she has on for now. Now here's the scary part about this, gamers, okay? Oh, that's true. I will do that. Now here's the scary part about this. Yuna might run into combat here. You can run into combat down here. I could cheat, but I won't, because it's part of the challenge. Could cheat and just turn off encounters. Normally, the way that you would deal with this is by, you either use black magic spheres that you got from Evrae. This is one of the reasons you get them. You would use the black magic spheres that you got from Evrae to teach Yuna something. And remember, gamers, otherwise you summon, but the only way you can summon in this mod is by having Yuna be in overdrive mode. So, I'm saving, because I think we might just die before we find anybody. That might just happen to us. I believe the quickest person to find is Kimahri, so that's what I'm doing. Don't encounter. Please, no encounters. Please, no encounters. Oh, the game felt bad for me. Oh, thank God. Okay. Thankfully not very nimble. Okay, so we can summon. Aggro! That's what we fucking named him, that's right. Let me see. They're weak to. Ice, Thunder, Ice. Let's go with Aloy. I feel like they gave me that for this exact reason. I feel like the game just gave me that overdrive. Like, I don't think I actually had it. Alright, Aloy, let's see what you can do. Perfect. She's so pretty. Okay, now we have Kimahri. We're gonna get all the treasures we can get down here also, so we might be in here a minute while I remember how to do this.
No, it's okay.
So now we've got Kimahri. Glorious Bracer. As for Orin, suggests to me that it has 1 or 2 blank spots, which it does. I can tell that this mod is going to start to rely very heavily on. Okay, there's nothing that way. It's going to start to rely very heavily on customization because it keeps giving us this equipment that has all these blank spots on it. Oh, there's zombie. Oh, that's clever. Nice job, Carifian. That's real clever. I'm gonna do this though. Because then it means Yuna can just damage them. Because zombie, remember, means that Well. Wasn't expecting that. Zombie does mean that, healing attacks hurt them, is what I was in the middle of saying, which is why that's very clever for this part that's led by Yuna, but then never mind, fuck me. Okay, we know exactly where to go. And we know that there's nothing back there. Let's go get Kimahri. Let's go, Yuna. Let's go, Yuna.
Sorry we left you alone.
Kimahri is also our white mage, as y'all might remember.
It's okay.
Yeah, convinced the game just gave that to me. Okay, should have done that in the menu, I'm sorry. Kimahri also has healing magic, though, so let's take advantage of that. Ooh. Yuna, can you do any better? Ugh. Kimahri. Oh, is that why it gave us 99 potions? That's funny. I should get him. Spam's Delay Buster. That's no fun. Is it weak to Thunder? Yeah, let's get aggro out here. Ooh. Not my best move. Should've just used the overdrive. Oops. Battles down here might be really hard, gamers. Ugh. See, Yuna can't really do anything. Without her overdrive. Right now. Does this do any more? Not really. Let's just make it miss. We'll do that. Still find it interesting that they gave Yuna reflex this time around, but I'm not complaining. Nice. Ooh, go Yuna, go! Nice. Ah. Go Yuna, go! That'll do. Wow, this guy's strong. Till we get Lulu back, or Orin, we're gonna have a time. We did it. I will still do as I did before, though. I will, I'll turn the clock back to, like, when I get killed, I'll turn on no encounters until we get to where we were, just to keep the stream moving. Other than that, I will play fair. Come on, Orin. Whew, okay. There's also a hard save here, so that's good. I'm gonna take advantage of it, but we're not done. We have not done. Well. Let's try that. There we go. Ugh. It's not what I wanted. That'll do! There we go. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we're not done. I am gonna put it on times 2 so this goes a little faster though. I go this way, then we gotta go down. Not yet. There we go. Maybe? It's alright. Yep. There we go. Right there.
It's okay. I know.
Okay. This is our full party for this section right here. Glory Spangle, I'm guessing that's the same for Lulu. Yep. Okay. Now, in order to get to the secret area, you gotta go back here. We gotta touch this. Don't worry, it did something, I promise. 2 X potions. Nice. Okay. Yep. We are gonna want Lulu out here. Counters everything with Waterga. Oh, no. Let's try this first, then. Ooh. Wow. I do hate this place. But I do want to get all the treasures that are here. Let's just give it a shot. Does this work? Yep. Nice. So bro, gonna counter everything. Okay. Gonna hard save again. Well, I was going to. Why not? Boss battles reset it anyway. Lulu is actually very close to learning level 3 spells, which I'm very excited about. I think it'll be after Seymour 2 that she'll get enough levels to learn the level 3 spells, which is about where you learn them in a normal playthrough anyway. So that's exciting. Okay, now I have to remember how this works. I think... yeah, in here. Yep. Okay. We had to activate that thing earlier to make this work. It's gonna move that somewhere where we need it. This is the secrets of the Via Purifico, by the way. And I'm so curious as to what Carifian put back there. 2 remedies, sure. Could always use some of those. Perfect. Ah. But this will get you. Nice. And this will get you. Or it should. That'll do it. Okay. Okay, now I know where to go. I touch the save sphere on the way. Fortunately, there are 2 save spheres in here, so that's nice. Now we're gonna go. We're gonna wait for it to be in the direction that we need. Let's go. Yep. We are zooming now. Let's see what he hid in here. Ooh! I wonder what that does in terms of customization. Summoner's Soul! Oh, okay! So if you don't win against Belgamine, it's just here? No, wait! I don't think you can challenge Belgamine on this. I don't think we could, because otherwise I would have done it. Or you can, but it's really, really tough. So I wonder what's in there if you got it earlier. Or maybe you're just rigged to never get it from that fight. Anyway, what that lets us do is that lets us teach our Aeons new abilities. And so, you know what, I see. That's what the ability distillers do. Everything just takes ability distillers. That's clever, Karifian, I'll give you that one. Oh, and we know everything. So all 45 of them will teach one of them Ultima. Wow, I'm gonna think on this. Okay. I'm gonna think on this. I know why that happens. I know why that's here. Because the next fight is an Aeon fight. And I'm guessing the ability distillers don't do anything over here. Hello, Dan Bop. Welcome, welcome. We're in the Via Purifico, which is your favorite Orin line. We just got the ability to teach our Aeons abilities. So we're doing great. We just got the Summoner's Soul, and we just got 45 ability distillers, which, which the mod makes it so that every ability that you can teach in Aeon just requires ability distillers. So now we need to go towards the save point. I'm not inclined to do it just yet, unless I lose on the Isaaru fight. I'm not inclined to do that just yet. Let's see. I hate this place, percent. That's right. Not Anima, Bahamut. But yes, it's a pretty tough fight. Nice. Nice. Whew. I was scared there for a second. Yes, we did in fact name Bahamut Norton. I went with it. Okay. I'm not inclined to teach them any abilities yet, until I see exactly what Isaru's Aeons can dish out. The encounter rate in this area is like super high. Can hit anyone with water spells. Okay, well, no you can't. Still weak to thunder? Yeah, it is. Okay. Although I wonder if it's worth it too. I see. There we go. Gone. Yeah, the encounter rate in here, even in the OG game, is pretty high in this tunnel for some reason. It's always this encounter. Having our magic defenses up does help a lot. And I guess anyone means he can also hit himself. That's very clever. We're gonna do this. You will fear magic. The only thing I hate about being on ×2 is that you don't hear any of the voiced lines. I wanted to hear the voice lines, but I'm impatient. It's 4. I want Lulu to attack at full strength. And that's 5. So her thunder spells are going to be way powerful. Let's go. Woo! Boom! I don't know, Kimari's focused too. Let's give it a shot. Damn. That was close. Penta. Oh, he's getting aggressive. Doesn't matter though. Boom. Okay. I thought so. This feels like a mini version of Seymour. But guess what? $10. Wow. I might get him. Not quite. Oops. Well, we basically made it like everywhere, everything except the one step. So I'm just gonna turn it on and go to Isaaru, but I will count that death. That was me being a little cocky. You know, I should have learned by now in this mod to never be cocky. I don't want that. I want this. But I never learn. Not bad. let's see what this Isaaru fight is like. I'm really curious.
Lady Yuna, so it is you.
And yes, that is Quentin Flynn for all of you Kingdom Heartsers out there.
We rode the airship to the Calmlands, then came to Bevelle. Maester Kinnock summoned us then.
Hinnock. No one else pronounces it that way.
You will fight us?
The temple's orders are law. Even if you are Lord Braska's flesh and blood.
It's true, I am.
You're a traitor.
I'm not.
His guardians. I don't see them.
That's right.
Maroda and Passe are not here.
Now this is an Aeon battle, and so what I'm thinking is going to happen is that I get to use one Aeon, and the game's just going to give me an overdrive every time he summons one. So we're going to have to pick our Aeon very carefully. Yep, it just gave me an overdrive. So, we could choose Norton. We could choose Aloy, because the ice attacks do more damage, but then this Aeon also does more damage to us. And it starts with an overdrive. So, yeah, it literally does. I cannot do anything except this. That's what I thought. Because that mirrors in the OG game, where it's like this, except every option except summon is. It's called antivirus. Every option except summon is grayed out. I can't use Boingo. So I'm actually going to use Aloy, but then I'm going to make her shield on her first turn. Because he also starts with an overdrive. So we're going to have to shield. He has 3 Aeons that we're going to have to defeat in succession. And knowing Carifian, he did not make this easy on us. Could also just do this. I don't even have to shield. Nice. We're gonna speed through that animation. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna do this, and then my overdrive, so that if he casts fire at me, doesn't matter. Alright, let's see what you got. Nice. I figure. Which is why I'm glad I gave myself Null Blaze before I did that. Okay, doing good. Nice. Oh, come on. Now, do I get to summon another, I wonder? Let's find out. Probably not. That's... Wow, it just triggers a game over screen. Okay. So in the OG game, when that happens, you're allowed to summon a different Aeon. Not so here. Okay. Isaaru might end up being a little bit of a roadblock. Let's give it a shot, though. Well, it's worth thinking about if we want to give her any abilities. Tempting. Tempting. Try that. Could be worth it. Let's try this. And then let's try this. This is all just on Aloy. And we might die again anyway. I just want to see how this works.
Lady,
I can X through this cutscene, which is nice.
Maester Kinnock you will find the temple. Even if you are, you're a
His guard.
Maroda. I will forgive.
Or Aeon's against mine. Alright. Let's try Aloy again. Let's see. Uses Meteor Strike on even numbered turns. Attacks on odd numbered turns. Uses Meteor Strike on even numbered turns. That makes sense. Can we do this? Nice. Okay. Now we're just gonna make ourselves immune to his overdrive. Well, if that's the case. Make ourselves stronger. And then we're gonna nullify his overdrive. We're gonna protect ourselves. We're gonna save our overdrive for later. Meteor Strike. Okay. Good news is we can use Blizzard to heal ourselves. Nice. Okay. Now he's just gonna attack us on this next turn. Nice. Problem also being I'm running low on MP, so I want my magic to really, really stick. Could have given myself heal, but I didn't. We're gonna do this for the next time he overdrives. And we're gonna do this to heal ourselves. I don't even need to boost because he's just going to do his overdrive, so we're immune to that. And then he'll attack me. And then literally don't even have enough for Null Blaze, so I am just going to shield. Because if I live, he's done. Damn it. We were close, gamers. Give it another couple tries. I want to say he'll summon his Boingo and then his Tweedles and then his Norton. So let's do that again because that worked pretty well. Focus we didn't really need, but Protect was nice. As was Slow. Bio's tempting. Bio might be the better investment. Interesting thing about Norton is that Norton knows break damage limit. Norton does know break damage limit by default, so that's kind of exciting. Alright, let's give this setup a shot.
Lady Yuna,
Why are...
we rode the airship. Maester Kinnock
Mr. Kinnock.
the temples. Even if you are, you're a
His guard.
We do have an ad break coming up in 3 minutes for non-subscribers. I apologize about that. But let's see how much of this we can get done before that ad rolls. What I want to do is I want to get him down into killing range. And then just kill him with my overdrive. I'm gonna do No Blaze for now, and then after that we're going to do Bio. Because Null Blaze means this does absolutely nothing, which is great. He's just going to attack us. So... Nope, even better. He's gonna Meteor Strike us. Okay. Put Bio on. Good. Now he's going to attack us. Meteor Strike's even worse, so actually when he attacks us, we just want to let him hit us. Shield? Nice. Okay. Does this do more than my kick? It sure does. Okay. Fuck. No! That was a miscalculation. We almost had it, though. I'm still gonna do Bio. I forgot that Aeon overdrives charge both when they take damage and when they do damage. So I didn't realize that that would just send him into overdrive mode. We had a good... That was a good instinct, though. I think I'm gonna give myself slow back. And then I think we have it. This is actually one of the most pushover-y fights in the original game, so I'm actually glad it's giving us a little bit of challenge. We do got this. That's right. That'll make focus, or that'll make Blizzard do even more. Give ourselves slow back. We're gonna give ourselves bio back. Add in progress right now for everybody else. I missed that. Let's see. And then what did we do? It was protect. Protect is very helpful. Let me see what she has. Focus. Slow protect. Oh, we want bio. And she has it. Perfect. And then, since we're not going to have time to adjust anybody else, I also think Aloy happens to be a great counter for his Tweedles, because she's so fast. So I'm actually going to leave that there. But I am going to give Norton, because I want to... No, because I'm not going to be able to use Norton against her Norton, or his Norton. So, let me think here. Our Norton feels like an obvious choice. Slow. Bio. And that's kind of what we got. Let's go with... I've never met a Norton in real life, no. But I know Norton's a somewhat common last name. I've known people with the last name of Norton. I give him Protect? No, but I should, huh? Let's try this. See, I called it right when we got those items. I was like, aha! I bet this is for the Aeon fight.
Airship, Maester Kinnux. You will. The temple.
Alright, Aloy. We can do it this time. We just gotta be smart.
His guard.
Maroda, I will forgive.
Alright. Let's give it a shot. If we can get past even one of his Aeons, that's progress. That just makes me immune. And then... this will slow him down in future turns. Which is good. Okay? One. I also want to protect myself. And I also want to bio him. So let me do that. Two. Three. Four. 5. I was hoping it wouldn't be Meteor Strike. I can't count. And I didn't give myself Osmos, did I? Shit. Oops. He's just gonna attack me, but I also have no way to heal, so... I hope so too, Alpha. Fuck me! This isn't gonna be it either, gamers. Yep. Damn. Okay, the bio certainly helps. Okay, I'm actually gonna say that slow doesn't, because bio only acts when Boingo does. So we're not gonna do slow. At least not on Aloy. Bio is such a nice guy. I'm excited to see him reconnect. Protect hasn't really been activating during Meteor Strike, has it? Because we may not need Protect, gamers. We have to really pick and choose what we need. There's Bio. There we go. We need that. We need Focus, which we already have. We need Osmos. Oh, I'm sad too, Barnabas. Well, I'll be thinking about you, though, don't worry. And I'm sure you'll see plenty of pictures. Yeah, neither of these is really helping, in my opinion. Grade's not bad either. Osmos is probably better, though. But I will. No, I won't. If it costs the same, no, I won't. Then for Norton, I might want slow. And bio. And I think I'm actually, for him, going to want sheer. Let's go with that.
Lady, we rode the airship. Maester
The headphones keep yelling at me, battery low. I hope it doesn't mess with y'all's audio if my headphones die. It shouldn't, but... And I want to get different over-ear headphones. The ones that I had before just, literally just fell apart. All I need to do is get him into killing range and then kill him with overdrive. That's all I need to do. Cannot be that hard. Especially since Aloy is so fast. Nullifying. And because we're nullified, we're casting bio. Fun. Now we're gonna shield, because he's going to do Meteor Strike. Perfect. See, I want to save it up so that my Blizzards do a fuck ton of damage. Oh, even better. But I also want to block myself from Meteor Strike. It's 3. It's 4. Okay, now I can heal myself. Five. Even better. But first, I'm going to do this, so that Meteor Strike doesn't kill me. I'm gonna heal myself, and then I'm gonna damage him with my super strong Blizzard spells. Nice. Shield. Poison's doing a lot of damage for me, which is nice. Wait, in fact, we're done. Okay? That's 1. Bio's a good way to go. Okay. Now I wonder if I'll get to use the same Aeon twice. I mean, logic dictates yes, as long as that Aeon's alive. Yay, Aloy, I know. That's right. Fuck! Okay, yeah, it didn't knock her out of the running. What we want is an Aeon that knows slow. So, we're actually gonna call on Norton. Which we've never done before, so we gotta go through the whole summoning sequence, but at least that can be sped up. We'll use Thunder on itself, yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, let's go. Fuck! Okay, he's immune to slow. Alright. Well. Let's hope he's not immune to bio. Okay, good. Yep. Okay. I'm kind of tempted to just defend and let poison do its work. Thing is, I don't know how much damage I'm going to do. But I have to shield, just in case. Yep. Good. Good. Okay. I'm gonna give it my all. Because remember before we fixed it, how much damage even frickin' Boingo was doing? I don't know, though. Can I survive 2 more hits? Because then poison gets to do its job and then I can go. Let's try that. He's about where he was, and I feel like we're gonna be stuck in this cycle. This time he only goes once, so let's see. Okay, slightly higher odds. We don't have a choice, gamers. Let's see it. Let's see how much damage it does. Oh, well, that's it. Okay, so now we know that we learned something, though. We now know that his second Aeon is going to be, aggro, so we can prepare for that. The good news is Aloy was prepared well, so we know how to do that. We're learning, that's right. Would really like to get past this. But we'll see. Creeping up on 7, and I'm starting to get a little hungry, but we'll see. Okay, Aloy did great with what she had, so we're just gonna give that back to her. Wait, we didn't give her slow last time. Shit. Oh well. We'll roll with it. We actually ended up not needing Osmos either. No, we did give it to her, though. Okay, Norton? We need you to be a tank. Is what needs to happen. I wonder. It's a thought. It's a thought. Let's give it a shot.
Lady,
At least this one I can mash my way through and it's not too long.
Maester Kinnock, you will. The temple's.
And Aloy survived with a pretty good amount of HP, so...
His guard.
Maroda, I will do. Forgive.
Okay. This went pretty well last time when we poisoned him. Okay. Let's see. Let's go, Aloy. Nothing? Now he's gonna do Meteor Strike. Phew. Huh? Let's see. 3. 4. Five. Okay. Done. Now, aggro is gonna give me trouble. And I really do think if we poison him and we just tank it out for a while, I think it'll work. We need to save Aloy for when he summons his own Norton. Really should have given myself null shock. Oops. We're gonna find out if this works. Not immune. Good. Okay. Shouldn't kill me? Question mark? There we go. Whew. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. Gonna do that again. Getting there. Okay. Yep, this won't kill me, I don't think. Nope. Getting there. I think I'm just gonna have to do this. I can't tank that many more hits. Okay. Now we're in killing range. Nice job. Okay. Let's do. Are you serious? Is it a mutual kill? Does this count? I don't know what's gonna happen. That counted. Just stirred. Uh-oh. Oh my god. I mean, Aloy's the only one we've taught any new abilities to, so... Counters every 5th hit with Impulse, plus recasting Mighty Guard. Finish him before he counts down all the way. You fucking got it. Okay. Can he be slowed? I hope so. Good. Okay. I'm at half the Osmos. Okay. Does he do anything, or does he just count? Let's find out. No, he just boosts. Okay. Okay. So we have to go full aggro on this, because we basically just die if he gets to... Also, that was every 5th hit. Now, I don't know if slow counts as a hit. But let's just boost ourselves as much as we can. Also, let's cast Bio on him. Also, let's do that. Yep. Okay. 2. 3. 4. Now, unfortunately, that's 2. Now, unfortunately, the first hit we get is actually going to do nothing to him. So before we get to that, let's heal ourselves. And then let's do a piddly little spell at him. Yep. Okay. Okay. I want to try one more time. And I think the key to this, I think we need to teach... Oh, first of all, that double kill is going in the highlights. That was hilarious. I think we need to teach... we need to teach Aloy Dispel. And I think once we do that, I think we have it. So, the abilities we need Bio. We don't actually... We do need Slow. We do end up needing Slow on Aloy. So we need... I'm gonna write a list. So... I'll write the list down. I only Dispel and not Dad Spell. Aloy needs Bio, Slow, Dispel, and Focus. And then our Norton, since he's basically a tank, just needs Bio and a Dream. Well, he needs Kira. I think that's what we can do. We're gonna give it one last shot with this setup. I would really love to end on beating this, but I have been streaming for a while. She did end up needing Slow. Okay. And then we wanted her to have Dispel. It's gonna be worth it. And Focus. And then we should have enough to teach Norton what we want to teach him. Power Break worked, but I think he already had it. No, we did teach him that, actually. Power Break did help. Writing it down on the list, so that if we don't win this time, I remember to note. Oh, thank God. Just enough to teach him Bio. Okay, we literally have enough just to do these abilities. Let's give it one more shot.
Lady Yuna, so
Why are...
we rode the airship. Maester Kinnock summoned. You will... The temple... Even if you are... You're a...
His guardian.
Maroda and... I will...
Alright. Let's give it one more shot. This one ended up being a little tricky. It's kind of a nice little puzzle. I'm not gonna cut it that close with the mutual kill again, though. We're not gonna get that lucky a second time. Okay. Okay. And then we're gonna do Soul Blaze. So it does nothing. And then he's gonna do Meteor Strike, so we need to block. Two. Block. Three. Even better. Alright, be funny story he has. Oh my goodness. This for that. It's really funny, Allie. Trade you dis for that. It's great. Just in case, because I don't remember what we're on. Oh, that's fine. Meteor Strike. Basically have to block this. Yep. Perfect. Oh, even better. But, before I do that, I'm gonna heal myself. I just did Meteor Strike, right? The reason I'm doing this is because I want Aloy to be fully prepared when she goes in. And so I want to, like, Osmos from him. We did not teach her Osmos. Oops. Well. She'll get another one anyway. Oops. It'll be alright. It'll be okay. Ad is starting in a few seconds for everybody else. Alright. We know how to do this. We just bio him and we tank it out. That's what we did last time. Nope, not that. For one. basically have to shield. You just kind of have to cure. Oh, that's right. I forgot that I power broke him. Nice. Okay, doing good. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Now he's got his overdrive, so I don't have a choice. Ah! Okay. This next one, you know, yeah, next one's the last one. I'm done. We're going to try one more time. And if we don't win, we will just do it next time. I need AOI for 2 of them, so we're gonna focus more resources on her. We want slow because of his Norton. We'll want Dispel also because of his Norton. So let's see how much everything else costs for him. That's 5. That's also 5. And that's also 5. Damn, we're gonna have to pick. This basically, that's basically a necessity. What do we think? Do we think Power Break, or do we think... I can teach him Cure, which only costs 2. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alright, I used literally every one of my resources. I'm gonna save this on a different hard save. In case I end up liking this setup and I don't want to do it again.
Lady Yuna, so it is you.
Why are you here?
We rode the airship. Maester Kinnock summoned.
Yep. Ordered us to deal with the traitors. I know.
Even if you are, you're a...
His guard.
Maroda, I will...
Let's see.
For...
Come on. Boom. We've made a lot of progress. We have done a lot of learning. I'm just hoping that this will be the run. That'd be really, really cool. If we end on a high note. not Norton. That would have been bad. Yep. Just gonna do a lot of the work. Uh-huh. One. Two. Three. Four. Five. We're in killing range, so I'm just gonna go for it because I know we'll have time to heal. I like doing the snap. Okay, that's one. Now can we beat the second one for a second time? Let's see. I'm almost positive I gave her Osmos that time, so we'll be able to draw from him whatever we need. I think every 5th hit counts as anything you do to Bahamut, so we will count more carefully this time. Okay. Come here, Norton. Norton here's a who. Very first thing we are going to do is bio. I'm gonna wait until he doesn't have 2 turns in a row. Actually, no. We're gonna do it up front. I am appalled. I am appalled that that missed. No, can't do that. Okay, one of my headphones went out. I heard it. It's because Power Break missed! I actually think we might need to Power Break him before we bio him. I said next time was the last time, alright? But that was a bunch of nonsense. This time I really mean it. This is the last time. This is gonna be one of my longest streams in a while, but I'm having fun. I am. This is our new autosave that we made with everything preloaded the way we like it. I'm just gonna double check that that's the case. Yep, it is. Okay.
rode the airship. Maester
Uh-huh.
Kinnock.
Yeah. Came to Bevelle.
You will find the temples. Even if you are.
I don't mind doing a slightly longer stream today just because we won't get to do any of this next week because I'll be away.
I will do. Forgive.
I'm only hearing in my left ear now. This one always dies faster. Okay. Now we know reliably how to beat this guy, so let's just not mess around and let's just do it. I have decided that before we even bio, we have got to power break. That has to come first. But before that, we do have to bio him. I'm talking about number 2. See, what's fortunate for us is that she comes preloaded with the Noble's ability, and Hellfire counts as fire damage, so nothing. Yep. Just 2 focuses, 2 foci. Three foci. Four foci. Better. 5 foci. Get Osmos from him later. Done. Easy peasy. See, we got that one down to a science. Okay. Now we know Norton has to do power break first, because otherwise he is simply too strong for us. Right? Let's see it. Power break first, and it better not miss. I am going to scream if it misses. Okay. Yep, we can take that. That's alright. Since you only have 1 turn coming up next, we can also take this. Especially if your move is that. Even better. Okay? Alright, now I can't hear at all, so I'm hoping that y'all hear. Yep, Force Hammer. That's alright. You do what you need to do. And what we need to do right now is heal, because he only has 1 turn. Oh, now y'all are gonna hear it coming out of my computer, huh? I don't want that to be unpleasant for y'all, so if I do this, can y'all still hear? Right, we want a tank. Get in there. I only have one move to defend against. I'm gonna heal. Definitely gonna tank against this. Good job, Norton. Good job, Norton. Not quite. Good job, Norton. Not quite. We got a shield. Yeah, I figured. Let's see. That probably brought it back. Okay, we got him. Probably brought it back. I just don't want y'all to be hearing too much feedback on my side. It's gonna be a little weird just because my headphones are dead. I'm sorry. I can't do a whole lot about that. Yeah. Okay. We are close to ending anyway. Okay. Aloy has trained for this. As long as y'all can still hear me, that's fine. Aloy has trained for this. Okay. So we need her to do this. Just kidding. We need her to Osmos first. Then we need her to do that. Okay, that's one. That's one hit on Bahamut. We're counting. That's two hits on Bahamut. And that's three hits on Bahamut. Okay? Now, he's slowed, correct? Sorry, I do mean Norton. Okay. Now, we focus the crap out of ourselves. That was 4 hits on Norton. Okay? And since I have a feeling that him getting hit by poison is going to count as a hit, I'm actually going to shield. Just in case. It didn't. Okay, good. So. 3. 4. 5. Problem is, the moment I hit him, if I'm counting my hits right, he's going to cast Impulse on me. And I'm going to die. I'm going to give it a shot, though. It did count. Ooh! Okay. Okay. That did count as a hit, but I'm okay with that. Is he still slowed? Or did that nullify that? Oh, he is still slowed. Okay, good. So he's not going to hit me on his next turn. So I'm going to do Dispel. No, I'm not. I'm going to do Osmos. 1. Who? Three. Four. Gonna heal myself to the max so that I survive. Five. Okay. Mm-hmm. One. Fuck. Two. Three. Four. We just have to go for it, gamers, because if we don't, he kills us. Please. Yes! Okay, we got him! Oh, that's a great place to end stream on. Holy shit. Oh, good job, Aloy. You are the MVP. She sure is. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was tough. I mean, technically, no. Technically, he names all of them. I didn't look to see if they were still named that way when we were scanning them. Technically, every version of the Aeon is named by the summoner, but for our purposes, all Nortons are Nortons. And I'm sorry it was muted for Orin's iconic line there. Oh, and that gave us all levels. Good. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm excited about these drops. Okay. Well, as much as I wanted to make it to Seymour 2 today, gamers, we've been at this for a little while, and I think this will be a good place to pick it up next time. I did save. Thank goodness, it's right there. Thank you all so much for joining me on this longer stream. Just as another reminder, I will not be streaming next week because I will be at Reconnect, so I will see a lot of y'all then. And take it easy. Be safe on your flights. Drink lots of water. It's going to be warm. And I will see y'all then.